Okay, you folks had some time to go ahead and look back at your raw entry, make sure it was done. You also had an opportunity to refresh yourself on those visual techniques that you learned yesterday. So the next step is we're going to go ahead and move on to our next component of the lesson. I left on your table this blue half sheet of paper, and this blue half sheet is what you folks are going to be using for your entry today. So this is going to be going into your table of contents. This is entry number 7. We're going to write today's date down. And the activity name is Tone and Mood Wheel. This is the easiest entry because all you'll be doing is taking that piece of paper and taping it onto the entry page. And I've got a roll of tape that's just going to make its way around your family tables today. So once you've got it, just tear off the piece that you need, pass it on to the next person. That way by the end of the class period, you all have this tone wheel in your notebook. All right? Now, I want to talk to you about how we use this tone wheel, because right now when you take a fleeting glance at it, it's just a circle that's got a bunch of words in it. But the way that the wheel works is what I'm going to talk you through. Shouldn't take us more than 2 minutes, all right? So you can watch what I'm talking about on the screen. That can certainly help you out. The first thing that you have to do to understand this mood or tone wheel is you have to start dead center, okay? This center circle of words that you see kind of highlighted in red on the screen, we call them the originals. Okay, these are the 6 super common mood words that you're kind of taught as a child. Like, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm scared. Like, okay, that's great, but now you're getting older, you got to get a little bit more specific. So what you want to do next is you're going to be tracing some lines. You can watch on the screen what they look like. I'm having you kind of segment out these original words so you can see how the vocabulary gets more and more precise. So instead of saying the simple original mood word of happy, you can start looking outward and making a better and more precise version. All right, now again, if you want to make the markings that I have made on the screen with the words, you're more than welcome to do that. You don't have to, but it might help you, say, a couple weeks from now when you're asked to look at the wheel, how it works. So again, dead center, we have the original words, and then we segment these words out. So you get an idea of, oh, all of those words that are right above it, they're actually synonyms for it, and they're better. So I like to call them the original alternatives because they are a better choice. Okay, now the secondary circle that you see highlighted in red, I like to call these the common words. So this is the vocabulary that your age group is really used to. So instead of saying happy, now you're starting to say a little bit more specific that you're joyful, you feel proud, you feel peaceful, right? But now we've got even more segmented lines. And you're going to see them pop up in a second. These common words get broken down to be this super outer circle. And these are what I like to call those precise words. So you study kind of dead center and you work your way out to find a precise word. Because those original words, they're really boring and they're really dull. And we just want to get a little better with our vocabulary. All right? Now that we've got a little bit more of an understanding of how this tone wheel works, we're going to go ahead and move on to the remaining part of activity 1-4. So I'll keep this circle up for about 30 more seconds and then I'll change it. If you're ready, go ahead and get your attention on page 13 and Springboard. And I want you to find step 6 on page 13. That's what we're going to be picking up today. I'll keep this wheel up for a few more seconds.
Finished type essay, but I didn't bring the packet. So we turned the essay.
All right, so now I'm going to draw your attention to page 13. That's where you're going to find step 6. Let's go ahead and figure out what we've got to do. So could you please, Amaya, read step 6 for us?
This is an excerpt from the novel A Wrinkle in Time. Analyze the mood and provide textual evidence to support your interpretation.
Okay, so this is what you're going to do with these 3 kind of bold subheadings. First, I want you to use your mood wheel and pick a very precise mood regarding your emotion when we read this passage on Monday from A Wrinkle in Time. Then for the textual evidence subheadings, what you need to do is provide 2 quotes that prove your mood, your precise mood, would exist. Okay? So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to decide what's the precise mood word that you could use for your emotion when reading the Wrinkle in Time excerpt, and then I want you to locate what would be 2 quotes to prove that mood is there, that it's valid. All right, go ahead and get started. If you want to talk it out with someone, you can, but this is something that you can do on your own too.